Hi folks, and welcome back. I'm out here in the Land Rover for an overnighter tonight. A bit of comfort, a bit of glamping in the roof tents. Really looking forward to it. I've just driven through this woodland to a beautiful little spot here next to this old hornbeam tree here. Absolutely gorgeous it is. I've never seen one quite so big. Multiple trunks. Yeah, absolutely delightful. A friend of mine owns this woodland and he's given me permission to camp here tonight. I had to clear a couple of trees that had fallen across the path on the way in just to get the Land Rover through, but I had my saw with me, so that was no problem. We're just into autumn now, so we've got lots of beautiful colours as the leaves start to turn. Yellows and oranges and some reds. Just lovely. And of course they're starting to fall on the wooden floor. Just makes it look absolutely stunning. Right, I'm going to get myself set up, get the roof tent up, get the awnings out, get everything organised, collect some firewood for a fire later on, and get myself set up for the evening. Well, that's me all set up. I've just unzipped the doors on the roof tent, all three of them, just to get some airflow through. There's like a solid canvas door and a mesh door, you know, a mosquito net door. I've just undone them all. The air can just blow through, and then later on I'll zip up the mosquito net ones, and then probably when I go to bed I'll zip up the you know, the canvas ones. We're not due for any rain tonight, but you know, just in case. Still gets sort of damp at night. I've got a good thick sleeping bag for tonight. It's probably a bit overkill. It's 4 seasons and down. And I've got my pillow in there, so I should be nice and cozy. I've got my kitchen area set up next to the Land Rover. I made this table from an old camping table, and I've just attached some straps onto the side so it'll clip onto the rain gutter on the Land Rover. It works quite well as a little makeshift table. And then I've got my chair and my small table. I'll light those lanterns a little bit later on, get some nice lighting going on around here. I've done a few more bits to the Land Rover since the last time you saw it. If you watched my North Wales trip, you'll know that my my rear axle gave up the ghost on the way there. I managed to limp home, but it had it. So I've got a new, well, not new, reconditioned rear axle. I've also replaced the bulkhead. That was very badly rotten. I thought it was fairly bad. Then when I took the old one off, it was much worse. There were just holes everywhere, so I've replaced that with a galvanised one. So that'll outlast me, that's for sure. I've also done a bit of work inside the Land Rover at the back. As you know, I always used to have a hammock in the Land Rover for sleeping, and that's great, you know, for me, comfortable. But I thought, if there's ever going to be a chance of me getting Mrs. in the woods out camping with me in the Land Rover, I'm going to have to do something different. So I'm midway through building a kind of pull-out double bed type thing, and the back rest cushion forms the infill. I've done the kind of back area. I'm still working on the front area, which is going to be done slightly differently, just to make it long enough for 2 people to sleep in. But yeah, that's comfortable now. I mean, it's comfortable just as it is, as a sort of sitting area in the back of the Land Rover. I've got all my firewood cut. I found a nice dry ash log out in the woods. Despite the fact we've had loads of rain lately, not really heavy rain, but just you know, quite persistent. That log seems to have stayed dry. It was up off the ground. Everything else is quite punky, and yeah, there's not huge amounts of really dry wood around, but that one was. So I've managed to cut that up, and it split really well. And I've got loads of you know, small bits, twigs, and some fine stuff just to get the fire started later on, and I'll get on with that in a little bit. Sorry about the noise in the background. There's some petrol machinery going on the other side of the woodland. You know, you can't really avoid it in this country. You're never very far away from, you know, other people going about their everyday business. So, you know, background noise is almost impossible to avoid. Yeah, hopefully that won't be going on for too much longer. Yeah, got to get a fire lit in a short while. I've probably got about an hour or so until sunset. I'll get some lights up. Yeah, get the fire going. I'm really looking forward to dinner. I'm having a cheese fondue. I love fondue. I'm definitely a 70s child. So I've got some nice cheese, some Gruyere and some Emmental and some wine. So I'll make a nice fondue cheese sauce, and I've got some French bread to dip in it, and that will be dinner. Cheese. Can't wait. I'm going to use my travel Kadai here to have my fire in. Just keeps it up off the ground. It's on legs, so you know the ground underneath doesn't get scorched at all. And I've got these fire beads in here, and they help to insulate the fire from the ground as well. I mean, I can have a fire in this woodland. It's not a problem. But sometimes it's just nice not to have all the clearing up to do in the morning. It's kind of contained. Plus, I want to talk a bit about this a bit later on. Kadai very kindly sent me one of these. I've had this for years. I've used Kadais for a long time, but they sent me one to give away. So I'll talk about that a little bit later on. I'm just going to use a wood wool bundle here and good old bushcraft lighter. In fact, I'm going to put a couple of them in there. I said I'd mention about this giveaway. I've been using Kadai fire bowls for years. You know, I haven't got anything to do with the company at all. Just bought one, saw one for sale in a garden centre, and we use it all the time. It's one of the big 80cm ones, and we use it year round at home for a barbecue, but also for cooking stews, pizzas, whatever over the fire, you know. And they're brilliant. They're really good. There's loads of accessories you can get for them and stuff. And I've also got the little travel Kadai, which I'm using tonight. I used that fire bowl a couple of months ago when I was in North Wales, and I think somebody from Kadai must have seen that video, because they got in touch to say thank you for using it. Obviously it's a good bit of publicity for them, and also to offer one as a giveaway prize. So I'm going to open the competition to anybody in the UK. It's a heavy item. It would cost a fortune to send to anywhere else in the world, so I'm sorry to people outside of the UK, but just because of its size and weight, I'm going to have to keep it affordable for me to post it. and I'll leave the competition open for a month. So a month from when this video is released. I'll put the date up here somewhere. Yeah, all you need to do to enter is to leave a comment below and just say "cooking with fire," and I'll pick a winner, a random winner from those entries with those words in the comment. So it'll be for the 40cm travel Kadai fire bowl. So it's the bowl itself, the stand that it sits on, and it all tucks away in a little canvas bag. You get the grill, you get some tongs, and I think you get the fire beads as well, which line the bottom of the fire bowl, stop it from scorching the ground. Although it doesn't anyway, because it's kind of high enough. Yeah, really good bit of kit. Great if you're camping in the UK and you can't have open fires on the ground. If you're in campsites, most of them you can't, but some of them will allow you to have like a fire bowl or a barbecue, because it's technically a barbecue, so you can kind of get away with it. Put a few of those crackle logs on the top after you've finished cooking, and you can sit around it and keep cozy in the evenings. Right, let's get started. In here I've got all my cheese, so that's 200 grams of Gruyere and 200 grams of Emmental, just in a Ziploc bag, and I'm going to add to that 2 tablespoons of corn flour. That helps to stop the cheese from kind of balling up when it melts. It's much easier just to mix it up in a Ziploc bag like this. Just kind of coats the cheese, and the corn flour obviously then helps to thicken the dipping sauce as well. And here I've got a clove of garlic. All I'm going to do with that is rub it all over the inside of this billy pot. Forgot my corkscrew, so I'm having to push the cork in. It's a long time since I've had to do that. I need 250 millilitres of wine, so I'm just going to pour it into this Nalgene bottle here, because it is a 250 ml Nalgene. Very nice. It must be I had a cork. Right, that goes in the pot, along with about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Squeak the pip out. And then the last thing, half a teaspoon of mustard powder. Now you can add other things. Some people add kirsch, which is like I think it's like a cherry spirit liqueur. You can add nutmeg and other things, but I just like it like this. Dinner was amazing, although I did start to feel a bit sick towards the end, but then again I was eating it like soup with a spoon when I ran out of bread. And the wine is not bad either. Done the washing up. I'll put some more wood on the fire, letting it build back up again, so it's nice and warm, although it's not cold at all. I'm still here in short sleeves, not remotely cold, which is bonkers considering we're getting towards the end of October. Yeah, mad. Just zipped up the doors on the roof tent because I've started to feel a bit of dampness in the air, and that'll save my sleeping bag from getting damp. I've just put on my woolen shirt, but to be honest I'm probably not going to be too far off bed. I've nearly finished my wine, and that probably means bedtime. It's been a nice evening. Dinner was good, really enjoyed it, probably more than I should have done. And it's just been nice to sit out here under the trees and enjoy this fire and the sound of owls. They've been calling all evening, and every time I turn the camera on they stop. Typically. Yeah. Looking forward to a good night's sleep up in that roof tent tonight. It's got a good thick foam mattress, very comfortable, and it's like 2 layers of canvas, blocks all the light out. You've got to be very careful, very easy to oversleep in that thing because you have no idea what time it is. But I need to be up early in the morning, so I'll set an alarm. I've got some some rain coming in at about 9, I think, possibly earlier, and I want to try and get the roof tent down before that rain comes in, because it's really difficult to dry at this time of year. You know, it's just damp. You get the odd nice clear day with a bit of breeze and it's not so bad, but most days it's just damp. It's very difficult to get stuff dry. So yeah, up early, breakfast, and get that roof tent down. Yeah, but after a good night's sleep. Good night, folks, and I'll see you in the morning. Morning, folks. I had a good night's sleep. I set my alarm for 6 o'clock this morning, but when I woke up it was still pitch black, so I had another hour in bed, which was lovely. Got up and got one of the awnings down, got the roof tent packed down, just in anticipation of this rain we're expecting. I've just got some coffee on, and then I'll start thinking about breakfast. This morning I'm going to have Croiffles, which are basically waffles made from croissants, and I use these Just Roll croissant rolls here. Find them in the refrigerated department in supermarkets, and you just take them out of the packaging and unroll them, and they're perforated. So all you've got to do is just cut along the perforations and roll each one up. I've done these before, but not for a while. I've got my waffle iron here, which I'm going to put on to heat up now. I'm just going to use the stove this morning. I'm not going to light the fire bowl again, because, well, like I said, we've got this rain coming in, and I'll only have to wait for it all to cool down before I can clear it up. So I'm just going to cook on the old gas stove here. Let's get that heating up. Right there. That doesn't look too bad for breakfast. The first couple of waffles didn't come out quite so well. They're buried down at the bottom. They stuck to the waffle line. It was a bit too hot for them, really. But the others look pretty good. Well, I enjoyed my breakfast, and I got it finished off just in the nick of time because it's just started to rain. The first few drops hitting the awning here. I left the awning out on purpose just so I had some cover while I was cooking in case that rain came in early. But it's 10 to 9, so it's pretty much bang on cue. I'm going to get everything packed away while the awning is out. You know, it gives me a bit of cover to you know, get things packed away in the dry, and then I'll just put the awning away last thing. Yeah, it's been a lovely camp. I've really enjoyed it. Lovely to be beneath the trees here with all these turning leaves. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, nice to have a little bit of luxury. I don't always camp this way, you know, I'm usually, you know, in the mud. But yeah, nice to have a comfortable bed to sleep in, and yeah, all the comforts. Comfortable chair, tables and platforms to put things on and cook on. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, but time to get packed away and head off home. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.